Hey guys, I'm Walls Pete and welcome to another episode of Matter of Opinion. So today's episode, I want to speak about Ivory, the woman who was fired from Fox News for exposing corruption and how she was being censored. Now what happened was this past Monday, June 14th of 2021, on live TV, she was set to report some news on some air conditioning or something of that nature. And before she gave her reporting, she stopped and said,
Outages across the region. Fox 26 reporter Ivory is live in Montgomery County to take a look at that aspect.
Thanks, guys. That's right. Before we get to that story, I want to let you, the viewers, know that Fox Corp has been muzzling me to keep certain information from you, the viewers. And from what I'm gathering, I am not the only reporter being subjected to this. I am going to be releasing some recordings about what goes on behind the scenes at Fox because it applies to you, the viewers. I found a nonprofit journalism group called Project Veritas. It's going to help put that out tomorrow, so tune into them. But as for this heat wave across Texas, you can see what it's doing to AC units.
Now, later on that day, her boss called her and told her she was being suspended indefinitely, effective immediately, and they'll contact her, later down the line to let her know what's going on after they do their investigation.
All right, I wanted to call you and let you know that you are suspended effective immediately, pending further review.
Okay.
I would ask you not to come to the station, okay?
Okay.
All right, and we will be in touch.
Then later it came out that they fired her. And then when I went to see what other people were saying on this specific topic, I saw one video where basically her colleagues, people in that field, were basically bad-mouthing her.
No one's trying to muzzle. The reporter is getting sent out, first of all, in the daytime shift to cover air conditionings. They're not going to break some story about Russia in the United States. I kind of do, because she's acting like she's being muzzled, but when she's on the phone and she had a chance to speak, all we heard was, okay. That's what happens when everybody wants to have these big moments where they quit on air or they do the whole Jerry Maguire thing, and then you leave and you're just suspended immediately. Okay, and somebody else will cover the air conditioners. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering where that analogy was going, and he hit it. He put it together.
Does anyone disagree? Do you want me to play devil's advocate here?
What do you mean? By she should still keep her job, or what she did was a good idea?
I'm not saying what she did is a good idea. You know, I'm a rule follower, right? And I take sitting in this chair, this is a privilege. However, I also can't speak for every single network out there. We are in a network where we're not muzzled.
I just think she's discredited by the way she did it. The way she did it, if she does have something, do it where it's on Twitter and we can hear the recordings. Do it where Project Veritas comes out first. We haven't even seen Project Veritas post anything.
What if she posed something that was a far left statement instead of a far right statement? Would she get the same treatment?
Interesting.
I think so. I mean, she was there to talk about air conditioners. If it was this show...
But if she went on there and talked about air conditioners and, for example, just said something nefarious about Donald Trump, she might get applauded for that. Not fired.
I don't know about that. I wonder if she, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But if she had gone on there and said, something bad about the NFL and their concussion protocol policies, that's not why she's there.
I didn't like their take on it because if you have important information to give, when is the right time to give it? And then on top of that, they were doubting her credibility, that she didn't really have anything to submit, things of that nature. But then came Tuesday, what she said she was gonna do, she actually did. She did reveal all the secret recordings and leaked how she was being censored and all that.
I have passed on Bitcoin stories by almost every single reporter for our 5 o'clock audience because that's not our 5 o'clock audience. So there are lots of reasons. If I know our numbers are tanking from 5 to 6, and in one particular segment, an older woman, whatever, I may say, yeah, the Bitcoin for our poor African-American audience of 5, it's probably not going to play. That's a choice I'm making, an editorial choice.
What does she mean by that?
Research is done to study what sort of demographic groups watch each newscast, and it was found that, according to her, that some of our biggest audience at 5 is poor black people, and she has decided that poor black people don't care about Bitcoin.
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. We have used it. I mean, we know that it's a drug that has been politicized up to the wazoo. We've used it. We use it with good success.
To cease and desist posting about hydroxychloroquine. In my opinion, you failed as a reporter.
Everything's going to be under the microscope. You're not posting anything without Susan or I signing off on it.
It's not just about the viewers. It's about what our CEO reads. It's about what our GM reads.
To use the venue of news to try to convince you to do something with your life. That was the journalism school's definition of propaganda.
When asked, this is what she had to say.
And a lot of people are going to be watching this and speculating, saying things. You'll even have some critics. My question is very simple. Why are you doing this?
It affects the viewers. That's why I'm doing this. The viewers are being deceived by a carefully crafted narrative in some stories, okay? In some areas, they do fantastic journalism. For some reason, some of these stories have an incredible slant, and if you accidentally step outside it, they try to internally destroy you. As I've witnessed firsthand, that affects the viewers. That does not just affect me.
Now, kudos to Ivory Hecker. It takes a certain kind of person to see a wrong that's being done and expose it. So kudos to you for that. And this is why I always tell people, don't look at a piece of the puzzle when it comes to a story or a headline or something. You want to look at the whole pie and then come to your conclusion. That's why I love Strategic Eye's channel, because he made me start dissecting things as a whole instead of bits and pieces. You know, too many times we take a headline or see a news clip, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, but the actual clip is 5 minutes long, and we ignore everything else and just look at that 5 to 10 seconds. And if the media is aware of this, guess what? The narrative in people's mind can be swayed or affected to some extent. So what I say is, please people, stop being sheeps. Do your research when it comes to certain things, because that's a dangerous game that we're playing. You got people who, they get their news from whether it's YouTube or from Facebook or from Instagram or the news. And like I said, just take that clip or taking what this person is saying. And meanwhile, that person has a hidden agenda where it's like, I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say just to get these clicks and get these likes because it's paying my bills, but don't realize the effect that it's having on people's mentality and people's decision making. So with that said, take the time to do your research, look at the whole perspective on things, because the things that lead up to that 5-second clip or that 1 minute clip is the most important to determine the outcome on a lot of things that's going on in this world. I'm Walls P, there's Matter of Opinion, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Time for me to hold it down, time for me to break it down. Y'all cats don't wanna see me, y'all better mind your P's and Q's.